Hi guys, it's ACBYT and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, of course, it is silly season with regards to the Samsung Galaxy S10. There's been rumours, there's been leaks, but with the launch just a matter of weeks away, this Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus clone might just give us a few last details about what it's going to be like. Let's get this unboxed and see exactly just how good this clone might be. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Now, of course, when the Galaxy S10 line are launched, I will be bringing you unboxing and review videos straight away and some possible giveaways. So if you want to stay tuned for those videos, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you turn on the notification bell so that when they come out, you are notified. But right here we have on the table, as you can see, a clone version. It's not even been released yet, but we've got a clone version already, and it's the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. You've got Samsung Pay up there in slightly faded text. But outside of that, we'll give them credit. It looks pretty legit. So we've got, of course, the Quad HD Super AMOLED display. We do expect that. We've got super speed dual pixel 12 megapixel optical image stabilization, f1.5 to f2.4 aperture. So we do think we're going to get a dual aperture lens again from the Galaxy S10, which means in low light situations it can, of course, widen to allow more light in so you get better photos, in theory. We've also got another 12 megapixel lens, again with optical image stabilization at f2.4. Famous 960 FPS slow-mo. We think we're going to see that again. We hopefully may get a slightly better resolution with that as well, and then that would just be mwah! Yeah! And calm. As you can tell, I'm excited. It says on here again an 8 megapixel selfie camera and stereo speakers tuned by AKG, IP68 water and dust resistant, iris scanner. Again, we're led to believe we're going to see a better facial recognition system, 128 gigabytes of storage, 6 gigabytes of RAM. Now, there will be different variants of the Galaxy S10, not only the different models, the Lite, the Standard, the Plus, and the 5G versions as well, but we're also led to believe we will have different variants of the amounts of RAM you can get, ranging from 6, 8, and possibly, we've heard 10 and 12. I don't think they'll go to 12. That would definitely be overkill. Wireless charging and earphones by AKG as well. Secured by Knox, and that is pretty much that on the back. So let's see. Inside we have, I mean, that's the Note 9 box there. I'm guessing it may be slightly different, but they've done a pretty good job at kind of replicating last year's models. I mean, you'd be hard pushed to tell the difference. And let's flip this open. Well, straight away, I think the real one is going to have slightly Boris Becker, better packaging, but nevertheless, we have an interesting sticker. I'm not sure why they do this on the clone models. They always have these random sort of like Olympic or like Batman or something like that on the back. And just this random thing around the power button. I don't get why they do it. It doesn't come off. If you are a creator of one of these clone phones, please don't do this. So we will come back to this, but I'm just going to pop that down there for a second. Now we do have a case. We also have the SIM ejector tool and a pretty realistic fast wireless charger. Now I think they will change the design slightly on the S10. I think they've used this design for quite a while now, and hopefully we will see faster charging speeds than we did on the S9 and the Note 9, because that technology has moved on. The likes of Huawei, OnePlus, Oppo have kind of bumped that speed of charging right up, and kind of Samsung are now playing catch up. So hopefully they can do that with the S10. And let's get back to the main event. And the first thing you're going to notice is, of course, the 3 camera lenses. Now, like I mentioned before, we will see a dual aperture lens in the primary sensor. We're also going to have the 2x telephoto lens, again like we've seen with the Note 9, etc. But the third lens, we're led to believe, will be a wide angle lens, something that has been missing off their phones over the last few years where other manufacturers have done it. And the arrangement looks very nice in that sort of horizontal line, and they can do that because, of course, the fingerprint sensor is no longer needed on the back. It's now going to be in the display. We've got the Samsung logo there, the Galaxy S10 Plus text there as well. This may vary on the actual original, but the color is, again, something to take note of. We will probably see an ocean they've often used an ocean blue kind of color. It's tweaked with every release, but generally there's an ocean blue-ish color. There's rumors of either black, white, green, and yellow as well, but the manufacturers of this have kind of gone with blue because that's been a staple over the last few years with a lot of the Samsung products. Hopefully there's a a voice crack. Hopefully there's a blue version as well because I'm a fan of blue. Also something to note is the clone manufacturers have kind of gone with stainless steel edges, and that's another hint that we possibly are going to see that with the S10, similar to the likes of the iPhone XS, for example, which has that stainless steel trim. You know, it looks very premium, it's very nice. It is slightly heavier than probably the S10 is going to be, but it's certainly better than the clone Note 9 version that I got, which was very heavy. You've got the rounded back. On the front, as we power it on, this is where it's noticeable the actual differences. They're not quite as good at manufacturing the front as they are the back, for obvious reasons, the technology available, so we don't have quite the infinity edges. It is slightly rounded, which is nice to see, but it isn't exactly what we will see with the S10. And of course, you'll also notice that we have bezels top and bottom here, whereas of course with the official S10 series, we are going to see that Infinity O display, the punch hole cutout. On the light version and the standard version, we're going to see the one punch hole cutout up here, whereas on the Plus model, which this is kind of meant to be cloning, we are going to see a dual cutout at the top right hand side. Let me know in the comments what you feel about this Infinity O display, the punch hole cutout. Now another thing you'll notice is of course they have the TouchWiz, Grace UX, whatever you want to call it, skin over the top of Android. Now this is something that we will probably not see on the S10. We will probably see the One UI, which they have been working on, and it will be rolling out over the next year on many different Samsung devices, and it's a much cleaner, a much more stockish feeling, if that's a stockish. It's something that a lot of people have been kind of craving from Samsung. Their hardware, their design has always been right up there, displays, just the software which has been improving in the last few years. I actually quite like the software on the S9 and the Note 9, but I'm very excited for the S10 and the One UI. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty snappy. I wouldn't recommend buying it because the longevity of it is probably maybe a couple of weeks. That may be doing them a disservice, but yeah, I would never recommend going out and spending your hard-earned cash on a clone model. There are hundreds of great budget phones already out there that are official. Now let's quickly test out the camera, because I'm pretty sure it's going to look like hashtag shot on a potato. Let's go for it. Oh, that is bad. I'm not going to lie. That is possibly one of the most offensive cameras I've seen in a long time. Oh, that is smokingly bad. I mean, come on, man. Seriously? I mean, it does a job. Does it? So on the bottom, we've got the speaker grill, the Type-C charge, and a headphone jack. Now, we may just see it survive with the S10. And really, from a brand and marketing point of view, I think they should keep it, certainly for this model, just because of just the amount they've been trolling Apple over the last year or so with their ad campaign.
Can I still use these headphones with the 10?
Yeah, but you'll need an adapter, or as most people like to call it, a dongle.
A what?
A dongle.
A dongle?
Yeah, a dongle. It comes in the box.
But what if I just need to charge at the same time?
Then you're gonna need another type of dongle.
Like a double dongle?
Yeah, double dongle, I guess.
That sounds explicit.
I think if they dropped it now, it would make them look a little bit iffy, but we'll wait and see with the official launch. Volume rocker up and down there, Bixby, which if we just click that, it does actually load Bixby. I mean, it's probably not the same Bixby, but it is a Bixby nevertheless, and that's pretty impressive. Again, I would imagine unremappable. Something that I still think Samsung should think about. And of course, the power button on the right-hand side, which is full of gunk and glue due to that strange Grim Reaper thing they put on it. And the SIM card tray on the top as well, which will have a micro SD card slot if Samsung follow the same trend they've been doing for years. So this is where you guys come in. How close is this going to be to the original when it launches? Are you excited for the S10 launch? Which model are you most excited about? The light version, the standard version, the plus version, or the two 5Gs? Because apparently there's going to be one called Bolt. Are you going to go out and buy it on launch? Are you going to get it on contract? Are you going to swerve it completely, and the reasons why? And of course, remember, if you want to see all of the Samsung Galaxy S10 videos that I am going to be producing as soon as the phone drops, unboxings, reviews, comparisons, speed test, battery test, camera test, that's a lot of words in about 20 seconds. Then make sure you are subscribed to the channel, you've turned on the notification bell so that when I post those videos, you are notified. Like and share if you did enjoy this video and you think others might. It's time to say goodbye from the Samsung Galaxy S10 clone, the weird and wonderful phone. That rhymes. Genius. I love you, leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, your team. Peace out.